All right, guys. Brandon. Let me shut this door. Open these windows. It's just as loud, isn't it? People in loud cars. Oh fuck. Okay. So anyway, wanted to do another follow up here about the severity of this situation, and I shouldn't have to spoon feed people this, because this is what the conservatives get so mad at the what do you call it, liberals about. But my own conservative friends are very guilty of this, and I hate to be brutal. It's not just my friends. There's a lot of people. I have family members who I've lit up about this, and it's something that I've brought up time and time again. And it's the fact that there's a lot of hypocrites out there. So let's just jump into it. Wars in the last 100 years, last 150 years, are fought about political reasons, meaning like socialism, communism, capitalism. That's what we kill millions and millions and millions of people about, right? It's a big deal, guys. So to be our age or older, to even be 20 years old, to even be 18 years old, and not put all your thought into these topics that I've been discussing in the last two videos about what is capitalism, or what is socialism, or what is communism, or what team do I believe in, what is libertarianism, what is this, what is that, how does it apply if I duplicate it, copy and paste it amongst all other people, how does it apply to our currency system, how does it apply to our healthcare system, how does it apply to our stock market, how does it apply to interest, how does it apply to inflation versus deflation, how does it all apply, what do I believe in? To have people who don't know what the fuck they believe in, but they'll sit there and tell you why somebody deserves to die in the Middle East who they've never even met before. I have a very difficult time, and I'll probably never have an easy time, believing that if you, like, let's say you say, it's what Jesus wants us to do. Bullshit, you lying sack of shit. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Jesus isn't for killing some bad dudes somewhere, but the fact that you think that you have a fucking crystal ball and you know who the good people are and the bad people are, when I say, I bet you if you grew up in the fucking desert, you'd be delusional. You'd be pretty fucking stupid. You'd be on some fucking drugs probably. Why do I believe that? Because you drink alcohol every fucking night. Okay, I have my reasons to know a hypocrite when I see a hypocrite. Okay, so the point is, and for those of you who don't know, I've never been drunk in my life. I've never done drugs in my life. I have no desire. I got in a bad motorcycle wreck. I was in, like traction, leg in a bazillion pieces, titanium rods in my leg, bones weren't even connected. The rod was connecting things. And I straight face asked the doctor when I became sober, like when I became conscious, okay? And then I wake up in the ICU and I found out I almost died and my femoral artery was ripped and I was bleeding to death. And now have permanent nerve damage in my leg, and I broke my femur and both my shin bones and two ligaments in my knee and my peroneal nerve and blah, 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 blah. Okay, when I woke up, literally the first fucking question that I asked the doctor was, what kind of pain medicines am I on? Oh, you're on a morphine drip, sweetie. Okay, is that going to help me heal faster? No, but you don't want to be off that. As a matter of fact, yes, I do. Okay, well then we'll put you on what do you call it? We'll step it down first and put you on what was it? Oxycontin? No, you're not. What's below that? Percocets. Okay, fine. We'll do some Percocets, and we'll see where we're at. And while my leg is still a shit show, because I wrecked in August and they didn't do the bone graft to my leg to seal the two sides of my bone until that coming December. January, my leg was a shit show. I was off painkillers within 4 days of my accident because I kept asking the doctors, are they going to help me heal faster? I don't care about how they make me feel. I don't care about the delusion. I don't care about the selfish, I want to feel better. I want to feel good. It's all about me. I'm not that person, guys. I'm the complete opposite. And so for those of you who are like, but you're such an asshole, I'm an asshole in defense of good people. No, Brandon, you're an asshole to the entire vet community. No, I'm not, Jack fuck. I'm an asshole in defense of those who drive at 1.2 lateral Gs and can get killed in these cars. I'm an asshole to those who drive at 1.2 lateral Gs, and if the EDIF glitch happens, they're spinning off the road into a tree. I'm an asshole on their behalf. I'm on their team. I'm not an asshole to them. I'm an asshole on their behalf. I'm a warrior on their behalf. There's a big fucking difference, guys. When there's no one getting hurt, no one in danger of being hurt, I'm no longer an asshole. When my car's value is getting depreciated $20,000 and so is everybody else because of non-positive bullshit that's coming out of people like Justin Horsepower Obsessed and Keith Cornett and these other people's mouths. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about for sure, but they sure as hell make it sound like they do. So much to where Justin says that I don't know what I'm talking about. Nobody watch my channel. I'm an asshole. I become an asshole. Okay, so let's just be clear here, guys. Back to square one. We were talking, and by the way, this whole Vet Titans thing has been an experiment for me just to see the percentages of where people fall. The people who you think understand free speech, the Clayton Smiths of the world, and then, when it's convenient for them, they'll, because what it comes down to is there's world leaders, whether you want to believe this or not, who are really fucking smart, who are behind the scenes. They're not the Kamala Harrises, they're not the Donald Trumps, they're not the Joe Bidens or President Bushes. They're behind the scenes. And they are so fucking smart, guys. They are so fucking smart. And their whole point is, Brandon, everyone who you are saying is innocent is actually trash. We're going to go out on a limb, Brandon, and tell you that your best friends are trash. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't. I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to show you my best friends are not trash. You wait till we're going to do all this. And guess what the world leaders are correct about? These certain people who are behind the scenes who are very intelligent. People, at the end of the day, are not as noble as I am. I know it sounds very conceited to say, but most people at the end of the day are not as noble as I am. They are out for themselves, and they will justify their behavior. They'll figure out a reason why their behavior is acceptable and why everybody else is below them and why they got the magic fucking team. And people are very tribal. If you haven't noticed, I'm not on any team. It's because I don't believe that a team is the answer. I believe that truth is the answer, and whoever wants to team behind truth, great, and whoever doesn't want to team behind truth, get fucking lost, bitch. Okay? It doesn't bother me if you're not on my fucking team. I don't need numbers to win. I don't need numbers to win in a courtroom. I don't need numbers to win, if you know what the proper pick on the stock market is, which I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a stock market guru, but I'm always interested in trying to obviously figure that out. Okay? But the point is, for my own best friends to not really know what they believe in, but yet be so adamant that they believe in something to the point where they'll argue with somebody half drunk in a bar, which they all do. They'll waste hours on that, but they don't have time to talk to me about the invention that I say, guys, this solves the problem that we're complaining about. This solves the problem. The only thing I can figure is, like, I'm a very logical person. I'm like, why don't they want to talk about this stuff? And to me, I think it's ego. I think that since it's not their idea, they don't want to find out the idea. That's the best way I know how to put it. Because if it was me and some dude who's way smarter than me is like, hey, I got another invention. Dude, lay it on me. I want to hear it. But what about this? What about this? What about this? I'll play devil's advocate all day with people on their inventions. I want to get an invention to really work great. Let's make the perfect motor. What do you got? Let's make the perfect monetary system. What do you got? Let's make the perfect shock absorber system. What do you got? And then let's figure out where its flaws are and better and better and better. That's capitalism, boys. That's capitalism. Most people are not genetically capable of being a capitalist, I've realized. They're not all there. And I'm not trying to put my friends into depression that they go jump off a cliff. I'm just saying this is what causes me depression, to realize that there are certain world leaders at the top who have a very good point, that these people in general are not as noble as I hope them to be. When you give them opportunities to prove their nobility and you say, hey, I've got an invention that can make us all extremely famous. It might get us killed, but it's going to make us really famous, and we're going to go down in history as the guys who explained truth to people and showed the proper monetary system, that once you explain the idea to the world leader or to the public, the world leaders can no longer erase the idea, because once the public sees it, and if it's been properly taught to them, people will not forget that. Of course, if you're a multi-billionaire and you've never had to fucking invent anything in your life because you know how to get the best of other people, okay, you're going to say, that guy's Satan. He wishes to dethrone me. Okay, so there's a lot of interesting shit going on. It almost makes you wonder if these people can't see so far forward into time, and then they can't see past a certain spot. And the furthest they can see in time is me. So for those of you who believe in time travel, or ESP, or remote viewing, or whatever it is, or that we're stuck in cycles and that we keep reliving life and we're trying to get past a certain point where humanity goes up in smoke, I'm not opposed to those possibilities. What I'm going to tell you is, I've known for a very long time that I'm a player. I'm on the chessboard. But since I'm thankful for this life, I haven't been in a hurry this life to be a rhinoceros in a china shop. Because that's what we all can be. The more and more power you get, the bigger weapons you get, the more influence you get, the more followers you get, that's what you become, as a bigger and bigger rhinoceros gorilla. And that's what most people want to do. I want to get big. I don't care if I'm right or wrong. I just want to get big. They sit there and say that they care about right and wrong, but they're lying to themselves. They don't know what they actually fucking believe in. And these people, including myself, when I first encounter certain world leaders that are very profound thinkers, it's very painful, because you say, holy fuck, it puts you into a super fucking depression. But if you can make it out of that depression, if you can crawl out of that hole and say, the motherfuckers have a point, I'm a hypocrite, let's see if we can't figure out some consistency here, or just admit there's positive and negative trade-offs to at least two different ways of doing things, and where everybody else is so opinionated and they know exactly cryptocurrency is the answer, Brandon, or the Muslims all deserve to die after 9/11, Brandon. Okay, whatever these extremes are that these people believe in, they don't deserve a trial. They deserve to die after 9/11. If we go over there and they draw a gun on us, they deserve to die on the spot. No questions asked. Whatever it is that these people believe in that proves that they're a fucking hypocrite beyond words, it proves that they're a hypocrite beyond words. And it proves that they're not like Jesus, which is their whole thing. That's why they're libertarians, is because they were programmed to be do unto others as you'd have it do unto you by Jesus. Or that's why they believe that going to war in the Middle East is justified, because they're Christians and the people in the Middle East aren't. Even though people in Palestine get lit up and they're like, oh, that's fine, I don't care, the media said that was okay. So you know, the people aren't consistent. They don't know what the fuck they believe in. They're spineless to me. And they're like, oh my God, you just want to fight about everything. No, I know when I will stand my ground for something. I'll stand my ground if I believe that a car is going to spin somebody off the road. I'll stand my ground if you say that people deserve to die without a trial, and I say, why? Well, because I'm a Christian. Oh, so it's because you believe in Jesus? Because that's not what Jesus taught you to believe in, jack fuck. So stop. And I'm not even saying that Jesus was the God. I'm just saying, get your shit straight. If that's your God, fucking prove it, maggots, okay? Fucking prove it for once in your pitiful fucking life. And I realize that the rest of humanity isn't doing it either. And you're like, man, I picked a really shitty person to be best friends with because he's holding me accountable and everybody else can just live free willy-nilly. Those days of everybody else living free willy-nilly are going to come to an end soon, because I'm only going to tolerate so much bullshit, and then I'm going to start calling everybody out. Again, I don't care what you believe in, just make sure you're fucking consistent. And if you're not consistent, then admit you're not consistent, and that means you're a hypocrite, so you need to shut the fuck up. Lose your fucking opinion that you're the shit. You're not. You're an inconsistent chimpanzee to me. And so what you guys have to understand is artificial intelligence is coming, and it thinks like I do, okay? And therefore, you guys are in for a very rude awakening, because it's not going to put up with your shit. So I've been the nice padded room for your insanity. The artificial intelligence is going to say, off with his head and off with his nutsack. That piece of shit doesn't deserve to be breeding ever again. Okay, you guys have no concept what's coming, or it's just going to make you its slave. Okay, there's only so many options here that something that's very logical is going to do with your chimpanzee ass. And most of you are chimps, and you don't understand that. You think that you're the shit just because you're surrounded by a bunch of other chimps. Okay? You don't know that you're dumber than dog shit. You don't know that my arrogance is warranted, and you have no concept what I've been up against in my life and what I'm about to release on the world. Because I realized back in my 20s that if we caused the masses to get on board and realize, ooh, 9/11's a conspiracy, and this is this, and this is this, and we need to hang this person and this person and this person, and hang this person and this person and this person in the government, and hang this person in the world banking families, and hang all these people. Okay, now it's all better. A really profound point that I realized is, no, it's not all better, because there's going to be somebody else who replaces them, because until you invent a system that outdoes their system is always going to put someone else just like them into power, including you. And that's the interesting thing. That's what the whole Clayton Smith thing that I talked about was such a paradox to me, like such an eye-opener, is here's a guy who I really genuinely thought I had pegged as a free speech, constitutionalist, good old boy from Texas, loves fast cars, understands a smart dude when he sees one, and can say, Brandon Byers deserves to fucking talk. Whether he's right or wrong, he's earned the right to fucking talk. We're not going to mute the dude. So when Clayton Smith muted me about a topic that I genuinely think he's wrong on, I could be wrong, but I genuinely think he's wrong on it, we're going to find out about the ZR1 grain sport thing eventually. But the point is, once they produce some ZR1 CTF cars and ZR1s come to fruition, and what they'd finally look like, if they look the same or if they look a little different. And I end up being right if they don't look like what they look like. Okay, but the point is, or if there's a grand sport, they look like what they look like, but a grand sport comes first. Either one of those makes me right. A lot of you don't realize that. But the point is this. Once I realize that even that dude's a hypocrite, it just makes me step back and say, no one knows what the fuck they believe in. Everybody's just out for themselves. And therefore, at that point, it makes sense to join the world leaders who believe all the rest of you are disposable. So let me put this into simple English for you. I'm not saying Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are the shit. I'm saying the people behind them are more logical, more well thought out human beings than the rest of you are. So when they use Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and whoever else to fuck you guys over and let you guys learn the hard way and let you guys have a shitty life, it's hard for me to sit there and say those people behind the scenes are bad and my friends deserve a better life when my friends are hypocrites. You see? They don't know what they actually fucking believe in. They say they do, but they don't. It doesn't add up. So anyway, that's enough of that. The mere fact that they don't want to learn about these inventions, and yet they say that they care about blockchain, solving problems, and inflation being stopped, and world leaders who are evil not getting so much money behind the scenes, and we got to stop them somehow. The mere fact that these guys aren't like calling me every other day, okay, now how's the invention work? Because I want to explain it to my other friends. I want to create awareness, Brandon. I want to wear a t-shirt that takes people to your website, Brandon. I want to proofread your video, Brandon, to make sure that this video looks good, that I can show my friends. I want to help you, Brandon. These people don't want to fucking help. They want to sit there in the bar, half drunk, and pretend, listen to me, Linda, I have the answers. Shut the fuck up, maggots. No, you don't have the answers. You've invented nothing. You don't have the answers. You don't even want to learn about inventions. And it drives me fucking nuts. Because these people who I believe are good people, they have their limits, and it proves the world leaders right. Are you following me? Not Kamala Harris, not Joe Biden, the people behind them. It proves them right. And it makes me a hypocrite if I expose who these people are and say, we need to kill these people. These are the puppeteers. When in reality, they know what the fuck they believe in. Whereas my best friends from high school and around, who I wanted to believe we're all going to be on a team and get strong and go up against these world leaders and do it in a very professional way, where we're not going to kill the guys, we're not going to incriminate them, we're just going to invent a better system that takes away their money train, that makes it fair for the masses. That system, my own best friends aren't interested in learning about. So you say, you need to get some better friends, Brandon. That's just it. The only way I'm going to get better friends is to go public, like I did with Vet Titans, about a topic And I'm going to give credit where credit's due. There's been a few people, and I want to name them by name, but I don't want to embarrass them, because right now they're probably like, no, don't tell people we're friends with you, because the government's going to come assassinate us. We're finding out. No, you guys are safe. It's fine. But what I'm saying is there's key people, and I hope you guys know who you are. A lot of them are older gentlemen and their wives, who this whole Vet Titans thing has brought them out of the woodwork. And I've gained new best friends, like really great people who can keep up with chat. And what's interesting is all these people do believe in God, and they believe in God the way that I believe in it, where they live it. They don't sit there and talk at the bar about why we deserve to kill people in the Middle East and why Bitcoin's the best and and why this political party is the best. They live it. They're very good people. They remind me of me. I'm not trying to sound narcissistic. I'm trying to pay a compliment. I'm trying to say I'm not a unicorn. There's other unicorns. Okay, there's other people just as rare as I am. And so the reason why I ended the last video with I'm afraid that my best friends aren't on the right team is because wars and death result in people being on the wrong teams. There's your clarification. See ya.